My fiancé's ex just needed closure. Then he texted her. Last night was amazing. I always knew we'd end up back together. She scoffed and said, he's just being dramatic. It was a one-time thing. So I played along. This morning, she opened her closet and screamed. Now she's blowing up my phone. You ever have that gut feeling that something's off? That little voice in the back of your head telling you something isn't right? But you ignore it because, hey, you're in love, and love makes you an absolute idiot sometimes? That was me. Mark, the idiot. Jenny, my fiancée of 3 years, had me wrapped around her finger. She was charming, fun, and honestly, a little too good at getting away with things. And I should have seen the red flags way earlier. But it wasn't until one stupid text message that I finally woke up. It started on a random Tuesday night. Jenny and I were at home, lounging on the couch, when she casually mentioned that her ex had reached out. Guess who just texted me? Who? Ryan. Ryan. The ex-boyfriend who cheated on her, broke her heart, and then ghosted her for 2 years. Yeah, that guy. He says he just wants closure. He's been thinking about me a lot. I raised an eyebrow. And? She shrugged. I mean, I could meet up with him, just to finally shut the door on that chapter, you know? I stared at her for a second and said, I don't love that idea. Oh, come on, Mark. It's not a big deal. I just want to be nice. And like a moron, I let her convince me. That night, Jenny left to meet Ryan. She said it'd be a quick chat. I tried not to think about it. I played video games, scrolled on my phone, tried to be the chill, understanding fiancé. Then, her phone buzzed on the coffee table. She had forgotten it. I glanced at the screen, not meaning to pry. But then I saw the message from Ryan, and my stomach dropped. Last night was amazing. I always knew we'd end up back together. I just stared at the words, heart pounding, because there was no way to misinterpret that. Jenny got home an hour later, all smiles like nothing had happened. I held up her phone. Explain this. She glanced at the screen and laughed. Oh my God, Mark, he's being dramatic. I blinked. So what happened last night? Nothing serious. He just got emotional. We had a drink, talked, and he got all nostalgic. It was a one-time thing. It meant nothing. She said it so casually, like she was talking about bad weather, like I was being ridiculous for even questioning it. You're not gonna overreact over one stupid text, are you? I looked at her, really looked at her. She wasn't even sorry. She wasn't trying to deny it. She was just trying to make me feel stupid for caring. And that's when I decided I wasn't going to yell. I wasn't going to argue. I wasn't even going to confront her again. I was going to ruin her. I spent the next 2 days acting completely normal. I still kissed Jenny goodbye when she left for work. I still listened to her meaningless stories about her coworkers. I still responded casually to her texts because she thought she had gotten away with it. She thought I had bought her excuse. She thought I was just going to suck it up and move on. She had no idea. Jenny had no idea that while she was out running errands, I was removing every single trace of myself from the apartment. All my clothes, gone. My gaming setup, packed. My books, my records, my personal stuff, not a single thing left. And the best part? I did it so gradually, she never even noticed. Because I didn't just wipe the place clean. I left behind only the most useless, confusing things possible. An empty shoebox labeled "Your Dignity." One single sock in the middle of the living room. A framed screenshot of Ryan's text message neatly placed on her nightstand. Petty? Absolutely. But deserved? More than anything. Oh, and the wedding? Cancelled. The venue? Refunded. The florist? Cancelled. Her dream dress? Listed on eBay. And just for fun, I left one single RSVP card on the kitchen counter. Marked declined due to cheating. Now for the real masterpiece. Jenny was so confident, so self-absorbed, she never even noticed whose name was on the lease. Mine. Which meant, the apartment? Technically it was mine too. So I did what any reasonable betrayed fiancé would do. I listed it for rent, and I found a new tenant. His name? Greg. A super nice dude. Works from home, really into yoga. And most importantly, he moved in the same morning Jenny's world collapsed. I was sitting at a diner across town, enjoying a plate of pancakes when my phone buzzed. Greg. I already knew what this was about. I picked up my coffee, leaned back, and answered. Dude, she just woke up. And then, he told me everything. According to Greg, Jenny had woken up thinking it was just another morning. She stretched, checked her phone, and probably expected a "good morning babe" text from me. Instead, she got nothing. And then she noticed the bed was empty. No mark. No sound of the shower running. No sign that I had ever been there. She must have brushed it off at first, assuming I was in the kitchen or had stepped out for coffee. But when she opened her closet, she screamed. Because the closet, completely empty. No clothes, no shoes, no purses, just one single bridesmaid dress, a framed screenshot of Ryan's text, and an empty shoebox labeled "Your Dignity." She froze. Then panic set in. Greg told me that she tore through the apartment like a madwoman. Bathroom? Empty. Kitchen? No signs of me. Gaming setup? Gone. My books, records, and clothes? Not a single thing left. Then she saw it on the fridge, the RSVP card. Declined due to cheating. That's when she started hyperventilating. She grabbed her phone, tried to call me. First ring, declined. Second call, blocked. She tried texting. "Mark, what the heck is going on? Where's all your stuff? Mark, answer me." Nothing. That's when she completely lost it. And right on cue, Greg walked in. Jenny whipped around at the sound of the door unlocking. Greg stepped in, holding a smoothie and a yoga mat. "Oh, hey, you must be Jenny." "Jenny, who the F are you?" Greg, unfazed, set his smoothie down and smiled. "I'm Greg. Your ex said I could move in today." Jenny's entire face drained of color. "Move in? This is my place." Greg shrugged and pulled out a signed lease. "Actually, it's mine now." She ripped the paper out of his hands, reading it like it was written in another language. Her brain was struggling to catch up. Then Greg nodded toward the fridge. "Oh, by the way, Mark left you a message." Jenny turned. There, stuck to the fridge with a bright pink sticky note, were my final words to her. "Relax. It was just a one-time thing." Jenny absolutely lost it. I was halfway through my lunch when my phone buzzed. "Greg?" I smirked, already knowing this was going to be good. I picked up, and the moment I said, "What's up?" Greg burst into laughter. "Dude, she's begging." I leaned back in my chair, biting into my burger. "Oh? Already?" "Yup. She's standing in the living room, pouting like a kid who just lost her ice cream." "What's she saying?" Greg, mocking. "Please, I just need a place to stay until I find something else. Mark is being so unfair." I nearly choked on my fries. This was going exactly as planned. Jenny had no money, no fiancé, no apartment, and no friends left who wanted to deal with her. So when she saw Greg, she had no choice but to beg. She tried to play it cool at first. "Greg, you seem like a nice guy. I just need to crash here for a few days, until I figure things out." Greg, being the absolute bro that he is, pretended to hesitate. "I mean, I guess, but there's a few conditions." Jenny immediately nodded. "Oh, of course, anything. First rule, your stuff stays outside." She blinked. "What?" Greg gestured toward her neatly packed suitcases sitting on the curb. "Yeah, I like to keep the energy inside clean. You can bring in one outfit at a time, but the rest stays out there." Jenny's jaw dropped, but she was so desperate she nodded. "Okay." Greg smirked. Cool. "Oh, and you're gonna have to sleep on an air mattress. I'm planning to redecorate your old room." Jenny looked like she wanted to strangle him, but she held it in and agreed. And just like that, she had officially become a guest in her own damn apartment. Greg kept me updated constantly. Jenny tried to act normal. She kept saying, "I'll only be here a few days," like a mantra. Her stuff got rained on. She begged Greg to let her move inside. "Greg, sorry, I like the fresh air." Day 5. Greg started having people over. Loud, fun, yoga-loving people. Day 7. Jenny snapped. Dude, she just screamed into a pillow for 20 seconds. I laughed so hard I nearly dropped my phone. She was breaking. And Greg? He wasn't even being mean. He kept blasting meditation music at sunrise. He turned the kitchen into a 100% vegan zone. He invited people over for bonding activities, which were just long, silent group meditations. Jenny hated every second of it, but she couldn't do anything. Because technically, Greg was just being a great roommate. By the end of the second week, Jenny had officially had enough. Greg texted me. She just stormed out, went full dramatic "I can't live like this" meltdown. I smirked. Where'd she go? Friend's house. Heard her on the phone begging for a couch to crash on. I leaned back, exhaling pure satisfaction. Jenny had officially lost everything. Fiancé? Gone. Apartment? Not hers. Social life? Destroyed. Wedding? Cancelled. Backup plan? A friend's lumpy couch. And the best part? I never had to raise my voice. I just let her destroy herself. I was sitting on my couch, fully moved into my new apartment when my phone buzzed. "Jenny, For the first time in weeks, she had finally swallowed her pride and reached out. I let it sit for a moment, watching the message preview on my screen. Mark, I know you hate me, but can we talk? I exhaled through my nose, shaking my head. She wasn't sorry. She was just out of options. But I was feeling generous. So, I did something I hadn't done since the night she tried to gaslight me about Ryan's text. I unblocked and called her. She picked up immediately. Mark? She sounded broken. Not in a, I regret hurting you way. More like a, my life is a dumpster fire and I want you to fix it way. Silence. Then, she exhaled dramatically like she was preparing for an Oscar-worthy speech. Look, I know I messed up. I was stupid, okay? But I think I cut her off. No, you weren't stupid. You were selfish. There's a difference. She went quiet. I continued. You lied to my face. You tried to make me feel crazy. You thought I was going to sit there and take it. She let out a shaky breath. I didn't think you'd go this far. I didn't think you'd just throw everything away. I actually laughed. I threw it away? Jenny, you blew up your entire life over an ex who didn't even want you back. Her breath hitched. Bullseye. Mark, please, we had a life together. We can fix this. I shook my head. No, Jenny, you had a life. I had a bad investment and I just cut my losses. Silence, she sniffled. I don't have anywhere to go. There it was. Not I love you. Not I regret it. Not I was wrong. Just pure self-interest. I exhaled, sitting up. You made your choices, Jenny, and now you get to live with them. And then I hung up, blocked her number, and for the first time in years, I felt free. Jenny spent the next few months couch surfing with reluctant friends. Greg turned the apartment into a full-time yoga retreat. I moved on, upgraded my life, and never looked back. And Jenny? She had to wake up every day knowing that she played herself. And that was the best revenge of all.